Welcome back to Ultra Review, episode number 20. We're here reviewing episodes 5 through 8 of Ultra. Like, oh, good, Nick. You're basically back reviewing 4 episodes. Indeed, I am. And oh boy, it felt as though, like, my complaint for a few previous 3 episodes with the aliens were be so stupid. Here, they're a bit smarter. So here's what happens over the course of these 4 episodes. Where are you? Oh crap, I forgot to open it up here. Give me just a second here. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I opened it up. My mistake. So, the name of these episodes are we have The Erased Time, Dark Zone, Prisoner, Alien Prisoner 303, and The Targeted Town. Oh, one complaint I had, what I think I did not like about the of episodes 3 and 4, is with the same exact plot device, 2 straight episodes. Somebody's stealing the Ultra Eye, the goggles that the Ultraseven wears. These 4 episodes, that does not happen. Thank God for that. So the whole thing with Erased Time is that we have this scientist who's inventing this, who's basically flying to the Ultra Guard's base to update the radar to become Ultra Radar, basically, to detect things instantly. Something that actually does come to play throughout these episodes. We also see in the next episode the debut of the V3 space station that was mentioned back in episode 2. So, with this one, basically on the way there, the scientist, like all of a sudden, they say it's a rocket, more like a plane he's on, where he is flying home from Antarctica, and then time stops very briefly, and then it resumes. Maybe a little bit later, it's actually an alien who did this. Of course it is. So they arrive there. They about these special devices that you can use, and then they go to a hotel. Fubushi assigns his bodyguard, which he's in the very next room, so nobody can get to him. And Fubushi is very nervous about being the bodyguard because he's not really good at that, but he's the strongest person they have, so why not him be the bodyguard? Okay, so he goes to sleep, and then he's woken up by the TV by an alien that looks like a stingray. Yep, we have a stingray alien here, where he feels to the professor that, we have brainwashed you, and we're going to use it to basically distract the Ultra Guard while we invade the planet. So then he gets his device that he just created, and then he sabotage, and then the creature just fires a beam at them, and then he puts it down. Fubushi rushes in the room while everything's frozen. He goes in. He does not notice the fact that why in the world are these devices out of the box? He does not question it at all. So then they arrive at the Ultra base where they introduce each other, and of course they set things up. And then, of course, then we have a sabotage happen. Dan, of course, it reveals to him that Dan's Ultraseven is that he's an alien. Now, here's the thing about Ultraseven. I do not know how the heck they explain this in terms of writing. How the heck the aliens know that he's Ultraseven? Yeah, that's a very good question. I would love to know exactly how the heck they know this. Because it seems like every episode the aliens know, oh yeah, Dan is Ultraseven. The aliens know, the Ultra Guard doesn't. By the way, he accuses Dan to be a spy. And of course he's, steps out. And then he uses his, what looks like to be a version exhibition. He sees the alien contact. He sabotages, he's like, I saw that, and of course basically ends up attacking him. Of course he's taken away. And then because he knows about the fact he's on sabotage, and of course the aliens are coming because the Ultra... Here's the thing, the radar is damaged, they can't use it, so they don't know the fact there's an alien invasion coming. And yes, it's not very sexy effects, and these ships are just... Oh, we have this armada of ships that's shaped like a giant V. These tiny ships that basically look like they're about this big. Now, I'm not blaming them. Here's the thing. I am not going to criticize the show for the way the ships look. It's the 60s. So, they probably didn't have much time to make more better looking ships because these things look pitiful. So, locking up the Ultra Hawks. Well, next time, we're gonna sabotage the Ultra Hawks. So, looking up basically, Dan transforms Ultra 7, breaks out of his cell, knocks out the Professor, saves the Ultra 7, saves the Ultra Hawks. He takes on some of the ship, battles the leader, slices him in half, and then eventually he's defeated. The Professor has no idea what the heck happened. So, then he fixes does his job, works on the radar, and makes it under ultra frequency, basically very powerful. And it does come into play. Episode 6 has the actual debut of... Well, not exactly this one here. It was actually Ultra 7. Basically, 6, it's like, okay, so the plot of this one is that where there's this alien, this dark zone form, which, say dark zone's like right in the episode. We don't see what the alien looks like. He just ends up in Anne's room. Somebody broke in there and formed contact with him and her, and then Dan is somehow brought it. Dan comes in because basically he overheard her scream. So he was secret until later on they eventually have to do it. And there's this space city known as Pregasa, which they try to contact it. And by the way, they contact them and request them to move adjust the orbit of Earth. And they're like, we have no idea how to do that. Yeah, apparently Pregasa is so blind the fact they're basically, you're a barbaric planet. Here's the thing. It is impossible to move the freaking planet because it would cause disturbance all across the world. And his plan apparently is to destroy the Earth but basically wants to make sure Dan and Anne are protected because they were nice to him. So eventually Dan transforms onto Ultra 7 right in front of him, which apparently for the alien that's no problem. They briefly fight and the alien gets away. The bomb is just basically got rid of. But this is surprising, the alien does get away. And I read that this episode does get a sequel in the Heisei Ultra 7 series. I will get to that eventually. It's not going to be the next Ultra series I'm going to go through because I'm going to save that when I get to it because I like this one. I like to keep the thing going until I get to the 90s. I wanted to do that with Kamen Rider, but I had to move up watching Kuga because we're going to do a stream of it. That was the reason for that. I'm not doing that for Ultraman, for the Ultra series. I'm not doing that at all. I'm basically going for every single series from the start, from the very first, all in production order. The reason why I did is I like to see the development of the course. I don't want to skip anything. I just want to progress forward exactly how a thing was presented. That's how I'm going to do it. Sentai doesn't matter because when it comes to that, I can do any time period. And I can understand exactly what's going on there. Despite the fact it's at different year comes out, but I understand it served really well. And plus also, they don't have suits that look too similar to each other, like in the case of Ultra 7. So, there's that. I do kind of like the first two episodes here. They're really good. But as for episode number 7, this is actually the debut of the V3 space station, where there's these messages being sent to Earth. And so, the messages are from this planet Kronos, I think it's called, where there's a fugitive and has escaped Earth. He's a killer, and they're asking, can you please kill him? They're like, sure, no problem. And it becomes sort of like a horror film, basically, this episode. Like a very serious, there's a fugitive. It's sort of a partial crime drama, where he's killing hunters, two gas station attendants, a woman, and he threatens a family. It's a really gripping episode. We even have, in case you're curious, is there an Ultra 7 fight scene? Not really. They even briefly take the Ultra Hawk, the beta version, the one of the parts of it, taking Anne hostage to where brainwashing her, take this alien to the base. And it's a really good episode. Probably by far the first 8, probably the best one so far. At least it's not invasion. Thank God for that. Wow. Something that's not an invasion. just an escaped criminal. Next episode is interesting. So they have it where this flight pilot, the civilian pilot, who crashed a plane, and apparently there's instances across town where the people keep doing crazy stuff, violent stuff, and then dying. Like, something's going on. Dan notices this right away. I love the camera shot and basically listen to every single conversation. And he finds out over the course of the episode that it's all caused, even after 2 members of Ultra Guard get affected by this, or whatever this thing is, it turns out that's all because of cigarettes. Yep. So, it's discovered that inside these cigarettes are these tiny red balls. And this would cause the violent tendencies. Of course, the whole thing is revealed about trust. And then Dan and Anne proceed to find out where these cigarettes came from. And apparently they're from this weird-looking vending machine. I've never seen... I've seen... Here's the thing. I've seen in fiction what cigarette vending machines look like. Where they look like regular vending machines and deposit. This looks like something like leaning... This looks so alien to me, the way this thing looks. It is like about this high. And like this thing can easily be restocked by simply lifting the glass up that's in front of it, put stuff inside, close it down. Not some door. It's like a window. You just put stuff inside. And it's like a half vending machine. I'm like, what the heck is this? So they follow the person who put it in. And it turns out it's an alien. Okay. And apparently these aliens want to do the job the Ultra Guard's supposed to be doing. So they try to kill Dan because he apparently is the real threat to them. Not humanity. The Ultra... Like, before that, it's like, don't stop us, we'll kill you. And Dan, like, especially... I'm thinking as a viewer, I'm like, yeah, Ultraseven can use to kick these aliens' butts, no problem. And, yeah, he does. He fights one of the aliens, giant size, in this city, which is the first giant size fight in a while, because last episode didn't have it. I'm trying to think. The last time they had, like, they actually spent, like, 2 straight episodes, no giant size fight at all. Like, 6 did not have it. 7 didn't have it. 5 did. And this first one's 5 did not have a giant size fight. Which, gotta praise the fact that he can change his size. But, all in all, 4 really good episodes. The alien's not stupid. They'll at least say, no, Ultraman's basically fits him. But, at least not trying to steal his goggles. Like, why the heck did we repeat the same thing 2 episodes in a row? Yeah. My guess is that someone must have realized, though, that, yeah, these aliens are going to be so stupid. Let's change that. And a lot smarter here. But, yeah, 4 really good episodes. I enjoyed these ones a lot more than 3 and 4. Yep. So, yeah, this particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not dislike button. Next up was the Comic Corner, and it's on to the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Okay? Next view. Bye.